What is going on, everyone? How you guys doing? Let's get some tunes going. What is up? What is up? So, market SPY up 0.4%, Q's up 0.26%. Powell today. We do have Powell today at 10:05. All right, so he's going to be speaking when the market's open. Excuse me. Sorry. So he's going to be speaking at 10:05 East. So going to be very, very interesting. Half hour after the market opens. Should be extremely interesting. It's going to be very volatile. He's going to be moving the market, that's for sure. SPY up 0.4%. Q's up 0.25. Still below that previous support. All right, so that's the level I'll be watching. 362.7. This previous triple bottom that we had that we broke out of. What a perfect wedge, by the way, guys, right? We played this. I think we took profits here, and it continued to run all the way to the next resistance above. I appreciate it. Thanks, Jeff. But what a beautiful wedge this was. I didn't even realize how good that was. Perfect wedge. We'll look for that every single time. So we have that triple bottom here. We're below it. If we can't break above, I think we see more downside. Crazy sell-off yesterday and today. Insane, actually. Same with SPY. Levels I'm watching are 438.99, which is that main support we played puts at yesterday. Right, we took puts here. We ended up just scaling out right here. Ended up going much further. But we do have that previous support, which was a resistance, was a double top here. I'll even draw this one out. Right, it was a resistance there. So, you know, pretty important levels across the board. But overall looks pretty weak unless we can break through that 439.37 level. Okay. Let's see what we got. Tesla broke down out of this wedge and then created another bearish wedge and broke down. Right, I think we need to watch this level here. Previous resistance, support. We're sitting right there, pre-market. If it breaks below 228.18, I think we see way more downside. Meta was looking solid. I was liking this yesterday. Up 0.2% pre-market, but still at the bottom of this wedge. Right, we had multiple rejections across this high. We had this previous low, we had a higher low, and I was looking to see if we can make even a higher low. But we are falling right through it. So if this breaks below, I think we see more downside, which is around 286.87 or so. Somewhere right around there. Okay. Nvidia, right, saw 502, pulled back, reclaimed that wedge or that previous resistance as a new support, and then ended up falling below again. Not really going to look at that today. No setup there. Google, really no setup. Microsoft, nothing much here. Anytime there's a big drop like this, it kind of invalidates a ton of setups. Apple, we broke out. We created that rising wedge I mentioned yesterday. Perfect rising wedge, perfect breakdown. Once it broke that previous resistance, ended up pushing down right to the level below. Right, that's how it always works out. Always works out like that. Regarding for setups today, yeah, definitely there's going to be a lot of fake outs today because of Powell, for sure. Amazon, I mean, we could chart it like this. It's just too new. Right, need to see another support. Right, we have this previous support here. Appreciate it, Bino. Yeah, if ever gonna drop a like on it, that'd be sweet. Let's see, shop potentially. Kind of doing a retest here. Oops. But still, market's overall weak here. We're kind of just doing like a dead cat bounce a little bit. PayPal looks pretty good actually, right? We broke through, we pulled back, we retested that previous resistance, previous support. Now we're kind of consolidating above. I'll set an alert above just in case. PayPal. But stronger than most names here pre-market. IWM. I know one of you wanted me to look at this. Right, higher time frames, head and shoulders, right, left shoulder, head, potential right shoulder. Here's a neckline, support, support, dipped below, 3 more touches here. Right, this could definitely break down. If it breaks through 183.07, it's going to test that 181.94 level. Okay. That is the main level. Curious to see what happens today. It is Friday, so again, don't ruin the week on a Friday. It's never a good idea. Size small, play accordingly. You know, have a plan going into every single trade. No problem, Hayden. Have a plan going into every trade. And that's it. What questions you guys got? Let's redo the SPY chart just to, you know, make sure we're not missing anything. I always like to redo it. Whoops. All right, so we had that resistance yesterday. Could draw it like this, could draw it like that. You know, it doesn't really matter. We'll leave it like that. We'll draw it like that. Yeah, we could definitely have another big red day for sure. So the most significant levels, right, is this previous double top. Right, resistance, resistance, support, and rejected there as well. I'm not sure. Got him. Maybe it's because I'm on a wide screen. I'm looking at it on the YouTube too. I don't have an issue. I mean, it's not like the clearest, but you know, it's manageable. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So next most important level is going to be around here or here. Right, I like that a little bit better. Previous resistance, resistance, support, support, and support here as well. We dipped right below yesterday, but 437.59 is that level there. I'm just trying to draw these significant levels, guys. Where there's multiple touches is really what I'm looking for. This resistance is going to be a big one. 441.18, right? Big rejection off that level was a previous support. So those are really the 3 main levels here. Along with this one. The high-low. And the white text on the right. You mean these you talking about, Eagle? See, we could potentially draw it like this and starting to form another even bigger wedge. If you're looking for the high lows, it's just you go into right click, settings, status lines. Pretty sure it's one of these. Maybe it's one of these. Here, high and low under scales. Scales, high and low price. You could do pre-post market data. You could do the bid and the ask if you want. You could do the previous day close. Last price, symbol name. You could do that if you want. The countdown you could do. Market's not open, but plus button is like that plus button. Yeah. Currency is right here. Day of the week. I don't even know where it shows that. I'm like trying to find it on the chart. But that's really all I got. But this looks solid here on SPY, honestly. Right, higher lows, lower highs. Looking pretty good. Nvidia is down 0.2% pre-market. Wild candle from yesterday. It's still sitting below this previous resistance, previous all-time high of 480.88. So if we can reclaim that, it looks solid for some more upside. If not, I think we push back down to 452. And Netflix. So Netflix, we had this huge wedge. We're right back at it. Let's remove this. Actually, this could be the right shoulder, honestly. All right, look at that. Although this was the neckline and we kind of invalidated that. But left shoulder, right shoulder. I mean, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. But this was the neckline, so kind of invalid now. But nothing really for today either. What's up, Kai? How you doing? So setups at open. Again, I am just going to keep an eye on SPY, I think. And QQQ. Let's redo this chart as well. It's a little messy. I wonder if this lines up perfectly. It's not perfect. It should really be like up there. Could draw like this too. I mean, we could draw like this. I don't really like that though, right? Because it's just 2 candles. I like to see 3 minimum. So we have this previous level below, right? Resistance, support. Next levels. Let's see what we got. This one, previous resistance, support, support, support. Kind of acted as a support here. So we could watch that above. This previous double top here. Right, actually triple, right? Resistance, resistance, resistance. And resistance. So got some more significant levels charted out here. A lot of chop right in the zone. But we can use this previous support too. Right, little triple bottom there. And then in between here. Run around that zone, right? Support and support. Yeah, Powell today at 10:05 a.m. East. So that's what I'll be looking at here. But SPY, I think, is my top setup for open. SPY is going to be my top setup. Look to play a quick trade and maybe get out. Powell speaking at 10, so there's really no setups today, right? Especially after a big sell-off like that yesterday. There's really, it really kind of like invalidates most setups. Actually, look at this Tesla chart. Huh. Pretty interesting. So if Tesla can hold this low, and we could potentially break through, this would be the actual, like the legitimate entry. I have to clean this up a bit. But we could potentially take an entry here above 234. That's pretty solid. Lower and lower highs. So I'll keep an eye on that too. That's why it's always good to delete everything on the charts and redo it. Okay. That looks solid. Maverick posted D-Dog. But it is... Alright, you could play that. It's not something that I would play, but... Alright, this is what he's charting pretty much. It's kind of like that. Yeah, I was looking for a drop down probably. Yeah, that ain't bad at all. Yeah, Tesla looks pretty interesting. Along with SPY. So, that's that. That is that. I'm going to go set up the Zoom, guys. If anyone has any questions, feel free to drop a comment in the Discord. Appreciate everyone stopping by.